Namaskaram dosto. This is again one more status update and message for the next steps. I'm learning more like how this AI stuff, not AI, like live stuff works. Maybe we can take some people live also if anybody joins. So today let's do some, you can say, a brief overview of different levels of human existence. The 5 bodies as they are explained in yoga. First one is the causal body. Basically that is the seed level body, in which like you have a seed of a wheat, right? Then you have a seed of what can you say, any plant has a seed. Then similarly, like human seed is like a sperm is basically human seed. So that is a causal body where all the cause are stored there, in a sense your past life, everything. Then it comes down to intellect body, which is Vijnanmaya Kosha, where then you from the causal body, basically through geometry and mathematics, the cause start manifesting itself. Like from a seed a plant to take form, but based on the information stored in the seed, which in human case we call it DNA, that will drive the framework, that will define the mathematics of how it will grow. So again it will come to mathematics. Then the next level, it will be Manomaya Kosha, which is mind body. Mind body means then it will start to work in a more of a cohesive chunks of mathematics. It's like the image that you are seeing on screen right now, the video, if you will watch this video, in reality all you are watching is programming of LED lights inside your mobile phone. Understand? Your screen, if you are watching me on the screen, you are not watching me. You are actually watching some, like a lot of LED lights placed, and these lights are switched on and off and changed based on the picture. But then you see me as a picture, right? Because he has joined. So this is like Manomaya Kosha. So right now, if seeing me has an identification in your mind, which is based on your experience of me, right? So everybody has a different experience, and that is the experience, how that experience is stored in your brain in the form of images, where those images are inherently just data points, right? Right now this image on your screen is actually like 0, 1, 1, 1, like that. All these different LED lights inside your screen are glowing in a certain manner, so that you feel like a color, or you feel like this is a black, this is white, and like that. So first the cause was there, like the seed. Then the seed manifested in the form of mathematics. Okay, so you laid the blueprint, but then the blueprint converted into an image, like my image right now that you are seeing. Okay, and then there is a movement which is like Pranamaya Kosha, which is like the solid movement. So like if I am moving my hand, this is how I am moving it. So some kind of force is inside me which I am applying, right? So, and then last one is the physical body, basically this matter, so that I can feel it, right? So there are like 5 level of existence of a human. Intellect level, almost basically the seed level, it's you cannot explain, you have to only feel it. Then the next level is intellect level. Intellect level is basically if you see the entire world as a mathematics, you see the entire world as equations. Okay, so even that is also not that difficult. Like most of the scientists, they are coming to the same understanding. Like if you see the concept of black hole, what is a black hole? Black hole is something where there is nothing and then matter comes into existence, right? Like from nothing to something, creation of that effect is black hole. So it means something can come from nothing, right? Which is very interesting. Like if you generally think, you will be like, what is this? But still scientists, most of the scientists are agreed to this now. It's a very common acceptance. So it's reaching a saturation point, and I think soon they will come to the same point as mentioned in like we were earlier, like in previous like cycle of the yugas. Again the same understanding will come. But the next important battle that is going to happen now is the battle of the images. Now I'll tell you like how the battle of images is fought. So right now if you look at my appearance, right, so like Dahadi and all of this, and so this appearance has a certain meaning in your mind, and how you have collected that meaning based on a constant exposure, right? You have, it's like I show you an advertisement and of thumbs up, okay, and then every time I am doing like very nice stuff, like adventures, I am jumping and I am climbing from a dam and I am doing all this such stuff, and then I drink thumbs up. So that entire thing in your mind is stored as one unit. Understand? That's how the relations are made. So if whatever you think like this look is positive, or whether you think like this look is negative, or whatever meaning you derive from this look or this image, happens through your collection of material or collection of memory that you have collected in your mind. Same works for words also. Like some of the words, they might be like gali, but if they are not coded in your mind as a gali, then you will just feel like it's a common courtesy kind of thing. In some part of India, they will be like, oh sale, kya kar raha hai? They don't think it is a gali or anything. By other parts, they will be like, oh, what is this? Why are you saying this? Because the meaning of a word is not absolute. Similarly, the meaning of an image is also not absolute. So now, this new battle that we are going to fight is based on the image level. And this is a very big battle. This means like we have to recondition the mind of the people. Now the people who are already exposed to a lot and their mind is not open, it will be very hard. So the main focus should be on the new generation, because the new generation is fresh. So whatever impression you put in their mind, they will associate it like that only. So if you associate, if you show like a dhadi wala person and then show image of Santa Claus, then they will associate Santa Claus with long beard. If you show like Guru Vishwamitra and then a long bearded person, then they will associate long beards with Rishi or like that kind of person. So what kind of association they are creating in their mind, that depends on how you are exposing them. And the most important way of doing that is through entertainment. Basically information which is entertaining, which is most of the time these days, which is movies basically. So if you create so many movies in which you completely change the narrative, in which people associate, like say if Ram is there, then they associate Ram with something positive, then they associate Krishna with something positive, then they associate sari to be something positive, then they associate all the associations which have been like forgotten in some sense, which was like the culture, but those association needs to be created again. And it's very easy actually. I mean, it's not that difficult. You just need to create a lot of movies. Like create a lot of media in which you first show something positive and then show the image that you want it to be associated with. Understand? Very basic. It's like, how do someone show you an advertisement of a school or college? They show like very happy looking child studying. It's like, oh, no. It's like, and then going interviews and then earning a lot of money. So you associate all of that together. No, you associate that, okay, if I go to this school, then I will be like this. So the meaning is in your mind, it is coded together. So this coding only we need to change, because right now the coding is completely negative. Like our mind are coded according to the Western standard, in which like if someone wears dhoti, we will think automatically that this is a rural guy who doesn't know anything. But if someone wears a coat, then in our mind the meaning is that guy must be very intelligent. Similarly, if someone speaks English, then we think like English means intelligence, and someone speaks local language, then we think like this guy is not educated. So this association has been developed over and over again, and this is like happened over a period of time because of like the British rule and all of that. But in these days also, because we are consuming so much Western stuff, that's why we associate like in sexuality the meaning has changed so much. So that sexuality meaning of Ram Sita is long gone. Now we are more understanding sexuality in terms of like the friends, like Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, like these we understand, or maybe other TV series, or even our Indian TV series. What is this? Lust Stories. What was that? Netflix TV series, or in Mumbai also Sacred Games. All of these. So these the images that you intake, it codes your brain. So this battle needs to be fought now. Till now it was fought, but not in the mainstream. But I think it's time to now come to the mainstream. The intellect battle is mostly over now. Intellect battle is only one. Like soon, everyone in the Indian society who wants to learn, they will understand everything from how electricity works, to how a computer works, to how an AI works, to how your human mind works, what is Neuralink, and everything. So basically we will make it so simple that won't be any need to study 4 years in college and all of that bullshit. Because it's not that complicated. Because they are doing it because those professors themselves don't know what is the origin of this. So they teach you something which is on the surface without knowing the base of it, like where it came from. But if you know the base, it's very simple or very easy to teach someone like what is electricity, how electricity comes, how electricity is used in different appliances, then how we coded it to create a computer, and then how can that same thing can be used to create an artificial intelligence, and what we call intelligence. So basically the concept of intelligence is taken from ourselves only. How we read any image, how we read any message or any language, the same they are trying to execute in an artificial manner. That is what they call artificial intelligence. It's not that difficult. Just believe me, next 6 months it will be over. So the intellect fight will be over. Every Indian will have the same knowledge level as the white people. So that's not that difficult. But the main level fight is going to be on mental level. So like this girl is Israel, like the Israeli situation only, like let's say Israel and Palestine situation. Very interesting, right? So right now some people have associated like Israel with positive image and Palestine with negative. Other people have associated Palestine with positive image and Israel as negative. How is this association gets built in their mind? Now that is the mental battle, and it's a very conscious effort. If you really understand how advertising works, or how these connections are built in your mind, it's a very conscious narrative by the media. So it's kind of like a mental war being played in your mind. So are you supporting Ukraine, or are you supporting Russia? Are you supporting this, or are you supporting that? So we are not going to discuss so much of like what is right, what is wrong, because that is time pass. Right, wrong, this keeps happening. People will die anyway, you know. If humans don't kill each other, then some virus will come and kill humans. Death is going to happen. No, there is only one certainty in life, that is death. That everything that has come has to go. That is the only certainty, that is the ultimate truth. Shiva is the ultimate truth. You know, that's why we say like Ram Naam Satya. So this mental war we need to start fighting, and the most easiest way is to create it into an entertaining forms of media. Like these days, a lot of people are teaching geopolitics in terms of like conversation. So it's like, okay, I am Russia, this is India, this is this. Then India is sitting and asking Russia, oh, I need weapons, this guy is attacking me. So by these ways, even like international geopolitics, we can transform it into very simple ways in which a general person can understand. Because everything is very simple. It's not that big a deal. Ranging from like how currency works, like RBI and all of these, most of the Indians don't understand because of the English language. So we are like fiscal deficit, and then we're like, fiscal deficit, what is that? Even when you get the message like this amount has been debited to your card, like what is debit? पैसे तुम्हारे इसमें अकाउंट में जमा हो गए हैं, तो आसानी से we could understand, no? But because of the language they have created around it, which feels very scary. So most of the people think it's something very deep. There's nothing deep about it. See, even before all of these guys came, economy was still run by India for thousands of years. Okay, so Indian businessmen knew all of these things. It's just because of the language problem, and that is also because how your mind works. So your mother tongue, your experiences you code in the form of your mother tongue. But then if after a certain age you have to learn a different language, then basically there is a double processing that is happening. So first you have to convert that experience in your mother tongue, and then from mother tongue you convert it into English. It's like one computer first needs to see, okay, this is not a pleasant experience. Let's say you see someone very beautiful. So you're like, okay, this is a beautiful experience. So first you will convert it into your local language, and then you convert it into the other foreign language. Because of that, the mind feels text. It's like there's a lot of stress on the mind. And this people once, so the one another effort that we need to undertake is convert all these education books into regional languages. If everything is converted into regional languages, the Indian mind is so strong because of the foundation that we have come from, that even in 5 years technologically we will be at the same level or even at higher level than any country in this world. Any country. All of these are building Neuralink, Puralink, this is nothing. I'm telling you, Neuralink is very easy to build. But you need to understand the basics. And because we have such a huge potential right now in the country, if we set up and channelize it in the right way, we can just burst it like a bomb, the entire potential dam we can release. But we just need to understand where do we build the canals of the dam, so that the water gets channels into proper way without flooding. Otherwise, the youth potential that India has can go negative also, and it can flood also. So we have to be careful in managing it. So but that is like geopolitics. Then same goes for like anything, any system in the works, like how government works. So teach it in a very simple manner. Just like how in your family your father take decisions, then how do you do politics and do Like a lot of the children, they don't eat or something, and then they blackmail, just how like farmers are doing right now, right? They're like, we want this, we want this, we want this toffee, we want go away if you don't give me this. This is like the same politics. So it happens on the home level, then it happens on the regional government level, and it happens on the geopolitics level also. So if you understand this, then everything you will understand, from how a country works, then how a state works, how a government works, everything. So that is one side. Then similarly, we need to convert all the other stuff also, like what is the, right now don't go so much for spirituality, that is, leave it. People will automatically reach spirituality by themselves if you just clarify or remove their webs in their mind. Right now the mind is in illusion, that's why it's not able to see what is right, what is wrong. But if you remove the cobwebs, then it will be very easy. So what is the other stuff? Like movies are anyways, enough pressure has been put on Bollywood, so they are actually now tweaking. But we need to create more direct stuff also in movies, in mainstream, so that even a general person understand. If they are question like why or Shiva was like carrying a dead body in his arms, why Krishna married so many queens and all of that, these bullshit questions we should be at least able to answer. But this image making, we need to be very clever now on how to do it, and it should work. Now AI is here. Now this is the next breaking thing. This image mental war can be very easily fought now, because we don't need to have a Deepika Padukone to act. We can create our own Deepika Padukone through AI. Now this AI got released yesterday, right? Sora. So it can create anyone. So you don't need someone real life to have a beautiful image in with yourself. You can ask the AI to create it. So you can ask the AI, if you understand what works where. So let's say if I ask AI that I need this kind of frequency range in the sound. Everyone, when they speak from the throat, they have a sound frequency range, right? So some frequency range, like when Modi speaks, is like, "Ayo, main aapko." So there is now that impression is stored in your mind. So if through AI we can use that same impression to communicate something else also. You understand? You have to be clever. Only if you understand, now AI can create anything. So the communication medium is very easy to create now, if you know what to communicate and how to communicate. So any image, if you want to create, okay, I want the image of a 65-year-old guy who looks like a saint and saying this. So I can create it. It's very easy. But if you know what association have people built in their mind, then we can start from there and start modifying the brain patterns. Your entire mind works by the neurons forming the linkage. But once the neuron forms the linkage, then it's very hard to break it. So that's why once you associate something as positive and something as negative, it's very hard to change your viewpoint. So first we have to start where this linkage is, and then slowly we'll modify it, okay? So that's the next game, and I think AI will completely revolutionize it. So that's the next battlefield. I think this year, if we prepare, the energy level battle next year will be fought mostly, and for that Sun is already ready. Sun is prepared. So energy level also we will do. Then I think from next to next year, the physical war will also be like very on the peak. But for now, let's change the mental attitude of the people. From mental, we will go to the energy level, and then from the energy level, we will go to the physical level. And then everything will be manifested in the physical. So most of the human being, at least the truth will be established. Who you are, how are you able to speak, what is this universe, Otherwise, the people will keep making fool of you, and you will keep thinking, oh my god, this guy, I don't know what magic he is doing and all of this. Right now, people don't understand what is magic, what is like mystical, how a saint can cure, how Jesus can walk on water, how all of these things can happen, right? So either you consider science as something supernatural, or like, oh my god, this guy can create a chip that we can put in the mind and it can read your thoughts. Either we feel like that, or we feel like, oh my god, this guy can stop his breath and be in meditation for 2 years without eating. See, both of them are same thing, if you understand how the human being works. But this year, the intellectual battle will be completely fought and over. That will be done. And once the intellectual battle is fought and over, the main problem India has this time is the knowledge base. Because India doesn't have the knowledge base to create the sufficient technologies. Indian potential of the mind is huge, and infrastructure also is good now, but we need the knowledge. Because most of the knowledge is patented by the white people, no? So it's very hard to access it. But don't worry, that knowledge will be taken care of this year. And at the same time, anyways, the US economy is going to collapse this year. So this year that will be done. Once the economy collapses, those guys will roam around like hungry ghosts and kill each other. The only thing that is sustaining such an unsustainable way of life is the constant satisfaction of their desires. That their desires are getting satisfied at a very fast pace. Gratification is happening. Once the gratification is taken away because the economy is not good now, then there will be like kind of people. They are already, some of them are already like that, but it will happen on a mass level. But that is fine. We don't need to go so much there. But this year will be year of learning. Okay, so intellectual level we will wrap around everything in such a simple manner that even a kid will understand. 5th class kid will be like, this is simple. 5th class kid will be like, see quantum physics, and like, yeah, I know, exist not exist at the same time, I know how it works. It won't be like, oh my god, scientists discovered this thing that we can exist and not exist at the same time. This has given Nobel Prize in the world. This will be like a common 5th class knowledge. They'll be like, yeah, I know. So let's prepare for that, and let's start the fight for the mental level. Let's keep changing the association of the images. What image we associate with positive. It's a very simple, no? A lot of images and that is how bhakti works actually. If you really see, like bhakti in which you pray to an image of a god or anything, that's you associate that image with something positive in your life. And even see, if what is happening is people are not educated. Even neuroscientists themselves are saying that kindness releases the chemicals in your mind and your body that makes you relieve stress and makes you feel better. So it's a well established thought. How it is doing that, maybe they don't know exactly, but it is well established fact. So why do people are kind? Why should we not be angry? All of this, but we will clarify all of it. Okay. At the other level, we need to start the fight on the mental level, in which you keep changing the association of the people, and it is not going to be easy because we are recoding their mind. And recoding the mind means that if this is a neuron and these connections are established, it means that first you need to break the connection and then re-establish in a different manner. And it is, like for a normal person, it's a very painful experience. That's why people don't want to change their views. They generally don't change their views so easily. Once they are established this is wrong, then this is wrong. I don't care. They will die with that viewpoint only, instead of learning something and changing. So this was the update, and soon, I think I will, 1 or 2 weeks, we will start putting out the videos on the intellectual warfare, intellectual front. and it will be very simple explanation. So every one of you will understand like what is happening and what, and it covers everything because everything is everything. So if we start with the human being and consciousness inside, then everything that is you are doing, whether you are a designer, an entrepreneur, or a businessman, or a labor worker, or a manager, or whatever kind, it's just the same thing. Finally, what you are doing in image level, you are doing different. Otherwise, intellectual level, you are doing the same thing. So that we will understand, and let's start the fight for the mental warfare. It's going to be interesting 5-6 years ahead now, and a lot of things will happen. Most of you won't have any idea actually what is going to happen because you are not conscious of it, but people who are conscious, they will understand. And it's like a coded message, even though I am speaking it openly, but nobody who is not supposed to understand will understand. That is how like Maya works. So Maya doesn't let you see the truth. It creates an illusion in front of your eyes, and because I'm anyways using Maya to kind of confuse your mind. So that's why I'm changing appearance and like, okay, let's use this appearance. So normal people will be like, oh my god, this guy is crazy. So their mind will shut themselves down. So they won't even listen to what I'm saying. So even in openly I can say anything and pass the coded message, but a normal person won't get it. Very interesting if you understand this thing. Anyways, be prepared. Let's start the preparation on a positive note now. Like offense is the best defense. So there is no need to play defense anymore. Everything is aligned. Everything is prepared now. All the stars, sun, moon, everything has been negotiated. Okay, you don't worry about all of that. More or less, even the future is kind of planned in the macro notes. So you just need to fill the micro notes or how it is going to happen. So just go aggressive now on the mental warfare. Just keep building narratives in which you associate happenings with the positive thing. Obviously the opposition will try to create it to negative, but that is their job. So, and we are going to win anyways, because this is not the first time it is happening, like, you know. This is not the first time the Yuga transition is happening. It has happened so many times. We have lived this so many times. But again, every time he will be like, oh, let's play this game again. And you're like, okay, let's play this game again. What is this? Boring game. Anyways, so namaskaram. It's interesting times.